Remove these 5 barriers and actually start taking visual notes.
Hi, I'm Hayley, Chief Doodler at Thoughts Drawn Out. I'm all about getting creativity working so I can help you to make your mark.
When you're starting out, it can be easy to find any number of excuses why you can't take visual notes in a given situation. Now, I realize some of this is probably just your own perfectionist tendencies. There's perhaps some imposter syndrome in the mix there. But whatever's sitting behind it, I have found that there are 5 really simple barriers that you can remove, both mental and physical barriers, to just take some of the tension out of that process and make it much more likely that you will jump in and have a go. And I'm going to talk you through these 5 barriers now. First things first, have yourself kitted up and ready to go. So when the opportunity to take visual notes arise, you have the equipment that you need. You're not going, oh, I don't have the right pen. So you need to make sure you've got the right kind of notebook. I say ditch the lines. They will keep you trapped in a prison of bullet points. Get something that is either blank, gridded, or dotted. That way your materials are more conducive to visual notes. You also don't need to cart a million pens around with you. Have a really good black outliner and then potentially 1 highlight color, 1 shade color. If you've got that, you've got enough to produce a really good looking page of visual notes that will be effective for the things you want them to be effective for helping your memory recall, for making it visually engaging, for sharing information with others. So 1 notebook, 3 pens, that's really all you need. So let's assume you've got all the right materials ready to go. An opportunity has presented itself. You've got your notebook out, but you just hold it portrait the same way you always do. You're probably going to fall back into bullet points. It's just something our brain sees this portrait notebook as a text-based format. So grab that notebook, switch it around 90 degrees, make it landscape. It does something to the brain. Now we kind of see it as potentially a picture book. Now we see it as some other format other than just rows and rows of text going neatly stacked down the page. So change the orientation of the book to landscape and open up this whole new world for your brain. Now, the other key thing you need to do is move on from starting in that top left-hand corner, another bullet point prison. If you start there, you're going to fall back into old patterns, more likely. So start literally anywhere else. I often say starting in the center is a great place because it means you can just start wrapping your content in smaller word groupings with icons around a central theme. But literally bottom right, bottom left, top right, wherever, just move away from that top left-hand corner and give yourself a much better opportunity of using the page real estate in a different and more visual way. Now, if you're a word person and the idea of having to draw pictures is the thing that freaks you out the most, that's okay. You don't have to jump straight into full-blown illustration. You can stick pretty heavily with words if you like in your visual notes and just add a few simple pieces of visual interest. So perhaps keep it simple, keep it to underlines, borders, and arrows. And use some color. Just by simply adding visual elements and color, that's a really safe way to start making your notes more visual. Sometimes we start out with the best of intentions with visual note taking, and then in the moment we just get really caught up in getting the words down and we look at our page and realize there's not a lot of visual element. That's okay. That happens to everybody. Give yourself permission to go back at the end and challenge yourself to just add 1 icon. Maybe look back through the content and go, if I were to add 1 key icon to all of this text, what would I add? And add it in. You're just kind of building that that muscle memory, building that practice by, even if it is coming back and doing it after the fact, continually doing that over time, you'll find you start doing it during the note-taking process much more simply. And at the end of the day, visual note taking is a practice. It's something that you get better at over time. You're not going to master it overnight. So the more you play around with it, the more you give yourself permission to learn incrementally and learn as you go. Learn from making mistakes as well as when you get it right. The more you give yourself permission to play around and enjoy the process of learning, the more you will get out of it. Now, I hope you found these 5 tips helpful. If you did, please give this video a like. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, you should do that now too. Go hit that subscribe button. That way you don't have to miss out on any future videos that I put together on visual note taking or visual storytelling. If you do have a particular topic you would like me to cover, I love hearing that feedback. Please let me know in a comment below what you would like me to share. And I can add that to my list of future video ideas. Now, we've made it to the end. Once again, my friends, you know what that means. It's time for you to get out there and go make your mark.